Namaste, everyone. I'm Jeni Ji. Thanks for tuning in. Now, make sure you subscribe to my channel by hitting that little red button down there in the corner that says subscribed in order to get new content in videos that's coming out. And make sure you're checking out my podcast, Soul to Soul Connections with Jeni Ji. It's also here on YouTube. And let me know what you guys think, because I'm interviewing and have interviewed exciting people, and there's more coming up with that. So stay tuned. So this week, I'm going to be talking about this week's cosmic vibes from the 18th to the 26th of September. Like, can you believe we're already getting closer to the end of September? Like, it's like just flying by so quickly. Like, oh my gosh, changes in the air, definitely changes in the air. You are going to see what is not working for you. Like, I clearly can see what's not working for me. I'm going to be making some endings and some changes. So pay attention, really pay attention. Write it down. Write down the positive sides of it and also the negative sides of it, and see what works best for you. But it could be relationships, it could be your career, it could be friendships, it could be business arrangements, whatever it is, really pay attention, because things are changing. We are in the change with the equinox coming forward. You're either going to be moving forward with the spring and the fall. Also, by the way, here where I'm at, we're moving into the fall, which is actually my favorite time of the year, because normally during the day it's beautiful out, and first thing in the morning and at night it's really chilly. So now I'm starting to put on my dog little Bella's little jackets and stuff like that for her whenever we go on our little walkies. I love the fall because of the beautiful colors and such. So it just really depends where you're at. And one of the really exciting things is Mercury retrograde has finally ended. Thank goodness, right? So it ended on the 15th and 16th. However, we still have that post energy of the shadow of Mercury retrograde that lingers on for the next couple of weeks or so. However, after the 15th and 16th, go ahead, sign some contracts, but still really take a look at what you're signing. You can start making travel plans, and your electronics are going to get much better. People are like, oh my God, I just had to buy new electronics and all of these things because everything died or created problems. That's the worst time to do it, because Mercury retrograde does cause technical issues when you can be like, wow, I got to get a new phone. It's not working, or there's been issues or whatever it is. So let's embrace this energy. Yay, 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 as I call it. My work's all online. So for me, the worst part about it is the electronical issues. So write down what it is that you guys are not happy with, because the energy, the 18th and the 19th especially, it's bringing things to the surface. I've had people said, I haven't slept, Jeni. I'm so worried about this, and this isn't working. I'm really disappointed with that, or this relationship, or my job, like whatever it is. Really look at reality with things. It's the balance. Be grateful for situations as well. If you're making these endings, let's say, be really grateful on the lessons learned. Really pay attention to what you did learn from that situation. If it's a relationship, if it's a work, if it's a business person, like whatever it is. Some people they've said, Jeni, I just moved, like literally moved, and I'm renting this place, or I bought this home and I'm not liking it at all. I'm really disappointed because the landlord had promised me all of these things, or like whatever it is. You're being shown reality. Reality can suck. However, really pay attention, because it can be a real blessing for you as well. So you're going to find even towards the 18th to the 20th of this month, our body parts, different body parts get affected more. We get really sensitive. you know, especially the new moon and such like that. I didn't get time to do a new moon video this month. That was in Virgo. It's very grounding, by the way. Expect the unexpected, more surprises coming, all of those things. It's a very grounding new moon. And it's not the time to have surgery and stuff. But however, you're going to see that the 18th and the 20th, your prostate, anus, and genital area could be a lot more sensitive. So even for your animals as well, guys, even for your animals, they get affected as well. The 21st to the 22nd, you could be having problems with your hips and your liver and your thighs and such like that. So make sure you're going gentle on yourself. Like you might even find your skin's a little bit more itchy, or your hair is like, you know, my hair, I'm having a bad hair day. Aren't we all, right? I have good hair days. I have not so good hair days. And none of that matters, right? So just really, really take it easy. 25th, 26th, the calf in your shin area. Be really careful. Make sure that you guys are doing gentle stretches. Like even in the morning, you know, as we're getting up, that's the hardest time of the day because your body is waking up. You're coming back from dream form, or maybe you're not sleeping and you're like, I got to get up. I've been missing a lot of sleep. I might have an average of 3-4 hours sleep a night myself at times. And it gets difficult, of course, right? You know, we all are processing different things. And because when the energy changes and the energy frequency goes higher, I have a tendency to be awake like I've drank 100 cups of cappuccinos, right? And then I get all these messages coming through and I'm like, really? Seriously? You know, so we all are balancing things as best as we can. Go what works with you. Why is that? Because you're reviewing what is not working for you. What is not working for you, guys? Really, really pay attention with that. So we have the 23rd equinox, springtime, fall, autumn. So whatever it is you want to work on and change also, by the way, it's like that old farmers, they plant seeds. What seeds you plant in the autumn, you're going to see more of those results in the spring. If you are on the spring, what seeds you're planting in the spring, you're going to see that come more to fruition in the autumn, in the fall. So, well, what is planting seeds? Do I go outside, Jeni? Well, if you want, right? Of course. Planting seeds is your goals, right? Especially when you're going to be saying, you know what's not working. Start writing down what you want to manifest. Start writing down what you want to change, what you want to fix, what you want to let go of, all of those things. Don't worry about how it's all going to manifest and how it's all going to happen. This is part of your vision board. It's like, geez, I'm struggling with that. How do I fix that? I mean, you can always book a reading with me. I'm a psychic clairvoyant medium, past life akashic record, animal communicator, and so on. I can give you that clarity, right? But, you know, sometimes it's easier just to write it down. What's working for me? How do I deal with this problem? Write it down, because when you overprocess things, your mind is going to be scattered. You're not going to get that clarity coming through because you're overthinking things, right? We all know when you overthink what happens. You don't sleep, you get stressed out, you get worried, you start having power struggles within your own ego. So really take time out for you. Really, really do that. Because if I have a situation, I'm like, you know what? I've done everything. I'm doing everything. I'm tired of the struggle. I'm not, which direction do I go? I'll be like, okay, spirit. I'm open for opportunities that are best for my higher self and highest self. I'm leaving that up to you. That's your problem. That's not my problem anymore. And I'll just go on my way. I'll go out for a walk in nature. I do photography as part of my meditation, especially now, by the way, for you photographers with the fall, you know, autumn, the beautiful colors coming in. Maybe it's your springtime. Flowers are starting to bloom. I'm just saying, right? Enjoy yourself. It's how we go about it. So you might find on the 25th and the 26th of September that you're going to want to have more space and time for yourself as well. You're going to have more compassion towards others, and make sure that you show yourself some compassion. Put your hand on your heart. What are you hearing? What are you feeling? That's my heartbeat, Jeni. Well, yeah, of course, right? If it's not beating, then we got a problem here, right? So, what are you feeling? What do you want to do? If you could have any job on this planet, what would it be? What would it be? Write it down. Yeah, but I want to be a scientist or I want to do this. Write it down. Write it down. This is where these changes are coming in. But my heart is guiding me to do this or to move here or to whatever it is. Write it down. I can't stress that enough. Don't worry about how. Don't worry about how. The universe works in mystical ways, mystical ways. And make sure you guys show yourself some compassion as well. That's really, really important. I mean, I'm always hard on myself. Personally, I am. However, we still have to show ourselves some love and compassion. That's so important, especially with all of these changes in the world. And this is going to be another week as well, where you're going to be struggling because you're going to be hearing and seeing more truth being exposed in the world for what it really is. And some of you guys are going to be like, unbelievable. Nothing shocks anybody anymore, of course, right? The truth is coming out. It has been coming out and it's going to continue to come out even more. That's why this world is awakening. There's been more changes now than there has been in over 10,000 years. So it's important to follow your heart. It's important to follow your truth. You can't tell anybody you're on the wrong path or you're doing this wrong or you should be doing that. Don't do that. We all have our own evolutional journey of self-discovery. I mean, I do what I do. Nobody likes it. That's not my problem. That's their problem. When you're being true to yourself, when you're walking in your authenticity, in your own path, that's all that matters. That's the only thing that matters. And you're still going to be healing as well. You have been healing. You have been processing things. We still have that Chiron retrograde that goes to the end of December. And that's going to bring up old childhood memories and wounds and traumas. Traumas, regardless if you've lost somebody that has passed on. Traumas are traumas. Really pay attention because your soul is bringing this to the surface and will continue to do so. That's why whenever you're least expecting it, some memory comes through and you're like, why is that coming up? Because your soul still wants you to heal from that and let it go. But make sure you reflect back on that. Really make sure you reflect back on that. You're going to even be drawn even more to distancing away from certain energies and people that once upon a time ago, you don't connect with them anymore. There could be people, when we have our soul tribes, you might not talk to somebody or see them for quite some time, and all of a sudden you hear back from them. They're still the same, and you're like, wow, it's so awesome to hear from you. How are you doing? You have love for that person. You know, I don't talk to people every single day that everybody I know. Nobody does because there's so many different people out there. You know, and it's really nice when I hear from someone, you know, and they're like, hey, Jenny. And I'm like, oh, wow, how are you doing? How are you doing? So you sit back and have a coffee or you have that long conversation and it's really nice. It's really beautiful. New doors can open up for you. Maybe it's a soulmate connection that's finally coming through. Maybe you're ready or they're ready, right? So it can be a very, very beautiful time as well with this change with energy, as long as you surrender and you pay attention to what's no longer working. You know, endings can be very painful. Healing is very painful. However, running from situations that are not working for you anymore. Well, gee, Jenny, I gave that person a chance today and they blew it. Or I tried the job for a couple of days and I didn't like it. You got to give something a chance, right? So let's say somebody's moved. You know, I've moved into a new state or country or province or wherever it is you are. And the first 3 months, you're like, oh my God, you got to give it a real chance. Sometimes it takes a couple of years to get things going, to get things expanding, and so on and so on and so on. It's really important to trust the process. However, there's a difference. Pay attention to what's working and what's not working. Very important week for you guys. Very, very, very important week indeed. So we're moving into Libra season. Happy birthday to my fellow Libras. The 23rd of September, global equinox as well. You know, Libras like that balance with things, of course. I mean, I love being balanced. You know, we can get off centered, we can get ungrounded of times. Of course we can. That's why whenever that happens, it's time for you to take that time within, go outside, get in nature, do whatever it is that grounds you. And you're going to find on the 24th, you could have one of those days. Now, the 24th can be either or because that's the master number day. Whenever there is a master number day, it can be a very high vibrational day for you. Or it could be a day of, I'm finally making that statement. I don't belong here. I'm finally making that conversation happen. I'm finally putting my notice into my job. I'm finally ending my relationship. I'm finally signing that contract so I can move on and so on. So that can be a really, really, really big day. You're going to be planning more things. You know, some of you could be finally planning that getaway or something. You know, I mean, I've been trying to get away for a long time. I haven't even left the city since September 2020, for goodness sakes. And it was only for 4 days when I was on assignment. So, you know, I've got that real lingering feeling that I very well, when I'm going away, it could be a one-way ticket or it's going to be for a little while. So surrender, surrender, listen to where your soul is guiding to you. Pay attention to that. And then you can start doing research and looking into things and so on and so on. So go with the flow, you guys. Plant your seeds, really plant your seeds no matter what. Write your goals down. What do you want to change? So anyways, let's pull a couple of cards here from the spirit world to see what messages they have. And make sure that whenever you guys are using cards, to clear them 3 times. Boom, 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 knock them on wood. I've cleared my decks before. And I don't use cards on my clients because I'm a clairvoyant psychic medium. I don't need cards. I see whatever I want to see. So let's ask the universe, what is the message cosmically and collectively from the 18th to the 26th? The 26th of September, like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, right? What's the message cosmically? What is the message from the spirit world? You're going to want to rewrite your story, you guys. And I'm also hearing writers too, by the way. The 20th to the 21st of September, you might find that you could be decluttering more, that you could be wanting to write things. If you're, you know, creating something, like it's going to be a good day for writers out there. For those of you who are writing, whatever it is, you're going to be confronting your fears and doing these changes too, by the way, I'm hearing. So like I'm saying, I get messages 24/7 by spirit. When I'm getting a message, I'm going to say it, bottom line. So let's ask collectively what the spirit world has to say from the 18th to the 26th. Message collectively from the spirit world. Oops. Alrighty. So, ooh, my goodness sakes. Now, this card is a little feisty for you. Hold on now. So the card we have here is about growth, vitality, fertility, by the way, and sexuality. So you know how I said that you're going to be making changes? And remember how I said there could be some soulmate energies coming back? Twin flame energies coming back. You very well could be reconnecting with people. You know how I said, yes, sometimes every now and then, you know, now that Mercury retrograde brings people back from your past, but we still have that post shadow. So you could still hear from people from your past that you haven't heard from for a long time. And also Mercury retrograde is not the time to start new relationships either. So now that Mercury retrograde has ended, really pay attention to new relationships that are coming to you. There could be reunions coming. Some of you might be like, you know, I'm pregnant, like, oh my goodness sakes. Or some of you might be like, you know, I want to have another baby and so on. So there's going to be some unions coming through for you. Like, look at that. Even like her hair is red, which represents the fall and the autumn for leaves and leaves changing. I love the color red. Like, chestnut and auburn and such like that. Copper is one of my favorite colors. I've tried having copper hair, but I don't, people like, no, I mean, I love it. So there you go, sacred union. Some of you could be having a sacred union with someone. So really pay attention to it. And also whenever you meet somebody, pay attention to how your body feels, because your body's going to tell you how that other person is going to make you feel with their intentions. Like when you meet somebody and you're feeling really nervous, like, I don't know, why am I so nervous? You very well could be picking up on they don't have the right intentions for you. They could just be coming around and wanting a one night stand or whatever. I'm not saying that's a bad thing or anything. Depends on you, what you're comfortable with. However, really go and pay attention to how your body feels, because there's a really big message in that. You always book a reading with me. I do past life akashic records as well. And I'll tell you who they are from your past life and what they want, what's going to happen, and so on and so on. So let's pull a message here from the spirit world, of course, with the angels. What is the cosmic message from September 18th to the 26th? What is the message from the spirit world? What is the message from the spirit world? Right away, this flew out. So how fitting, really. Detach from drama. Detach from drama as much as you can. Like, I like keeping things simple. I set a lot of boundaries. I have to. It's so easy for me to get sucked into drama with somebody or other people trying to suck me into drama. I won't have any part of it. Just saying. So it's important to try to keep things simple and detach from it as much as you can by setting boundaries. Really important. And once you start getting involved with drama, your energy is going to change. Your immune system is going to get depleted. Your whole body can go out of alignment right away. So really pay attention to how you're feeling. You could be waking up and having a good day, and all of a sudden you could hear from somebody, a message, or bump into somebody, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, my day's completely drained now just by their message. So really pay attention. We can be there for other people and such like that, all of those things. However, there's a limit. Believe me, I've learned that the hard way. So I watch my messages. So anyways, let's pull another card here from the spirit world. Let's find out what the spirit world has to say to us. To the 18th to the 26th. The 18th, too many cards fell out. I wasn't feeling that. And some of you are going to be making career changes, by the way. You're going to be like, you know what, I no longer want this career. It's just not working for me again. Really pay attention to what's not working for you. Yeah, I was working here and yeah, I'm going to do the total opposite, or this just isn't working for me. Pay attention to that, because you're going to want to work with different type of energies that suit you, that resonates with you more. We all have to have work and such like that. We all have to pay for things. I'm in Canada, which the cost of living throughout entirety of Canada, it's through the roof. Different countries and states and such like that, you can go to move to different states where the cost of living is not as bad. Canada, you can't. It's extreme. So anyways, we're not going to get involved with that drama, right? What is the message from the 18th to the 26th? Message, 18th to the 26th. Message, 18th to the 26th. Yes, what a fitting card. So with all the drama that we're not getting involved with all the changes that we're going to be making and looking within, how do we stay grounded? One of the best ways to stay grounded is to reconnect with Mother Earth. Go outside, get in touch with nature, plant, gardening, harvesting. And see here on this card too, by the way, there's butterflies. Butterflies represents transformation. As we make these changes, we're in a new transformation of self-discovery. And we're going to find out through our self-discovery if this is going to work or not. But how do I know if it's going to work? How do you know that it's not going to work? You're surrounding with people who are putting the fear of God into you. It's not going to work. You can have a dream to go here or to do this, but if somebody has put and planted that fear of God into you, You can't start that business. You can't move here. You can't apply for that job. You can't take that class. Whatever it is, they put the fear of God into you. That's their perception. It's not yours. Be really mindful who you surround yourself with. I'm just saying, be very mindful. So let us ask the crystal world. I love my crystals, as you guys know. For those of you who know me, you know how many crystals I have. I could open up a store. So, what is the message from the crystal world? The 18th of September to the 26th. 18th of September to the 26th. Also, too, by the way, you guys, I do have a sword, a real sword. It's a very big one. It's got the box. It has the cover. And there's the McTavish on there from the McTavish line. I'm selling my sword. So if anybody is interested, it's a big one. It's really heavy. It's long. If anybody is interested in a sword, by the way, let me know. Let me know. So I haven't posted it for sale yet. I keep forgetting to do so. So, what is the message from the crystal world? What is the messages from the crystal world? And you're going to be decluttering. You're going to be decluttering a few things as well. Like I even dropped off some things myself. I contacted the hospice to see if I could donate stuff, and it was too much of a hassle. So I donated it to an organization that I knew who would accept it and appreciate it. So you're going to be decluttering, going through things as well, like junk drawers, clothing, whatever it is. So, and drop it off, or give it away to somebody who that would appreciate it, or sell it, whatever works for you, right? So what is the message from our crystal world? Right away, this fell out. And I have this crystal, actually. It's one of my favorite crystals. Now, this crystal here, it's blue lace agate. It's very beautiful for those of you who have that crystal. And it's interesting how the color is blue. Blue is, so here's my aqua aura, by the way, which was gifted to me. Thanks, Yvonne, by the way, Yvonne. So this blue here represents the throat chakra. If you're going to have an important meeting or have a important conversation, or you're doing public speaking, wear the color blue, because that's through your heart chakra. It doesn't matter if it's a light or dark blue. Blue is blue. So if I'm doing an important talk or interview or whatever it is, I will wear blue myself personally. So this is a beautiful card. Whenever we have our crystals, put them out in the new moon or full moon to rejuvenate them as well. And whenever you buy a new crystal, cleanse it. Make sure you cleanse it, because it will clear the person who last touch it, or else you're bringing in their energies. So whenever I buy any crystals, I always do the cleansing routine myself personally. So now make sure that you guys make some comments with what's going on, what changes, what's not working for you, what is literally not working for you. Let me know. Like my video, and make sure you tune in to Soul Connections with Jeni Ji, to my podcast. It's on a lot of different platforms, and YouTube here is one of the platforms that you can easily watch it as well. So I'm wishing you guys a beautiful week, and one day at a time, you guys. What are we going to be doing? We're going to pay attention to what's not working for you this week. Namaste. Namaste, everyone. I'm Jeni Ji. I'm an international known clairvoyant psychic medium, past life akashic record, animal communicator, relationship coach, meditation teacher, and so on. I am here to tell you there is some exciting news. I'm revamping my YouTube channel. That's right. There's new content coming out weekly. I'm going to talk about the weekly cosmic vibes, what you're experiencing, and why, how to utilize that, and giving you the reasons behind it. We're going to talk about the new moon, the full moon, Mercury retrograde, and I'm going to give you those insights how to manifest and make things happen for you at the right time. It's time, everyone. It's time to wake up this planet. Let's show some love and compassion. Let the fear go. Let the negativity go. Let's do this together and transcend your soul in quantum leaps. I'll be here. Where are you? Hit that red button at the corner there, subscribe to my channel, and let's make this happen. Let's do this now. Namaste.